Welcome once again, my friends, and thank you for stopping by to listen to an old storyteller. Today we have a tale from Spain, and the title of this story is I Ate the Loaf. Two citizens and a rustic being a country bumpkin, going to Mecca, shared provisions till they reached that place, and then their food failed, so that nothing remained save so much flour as would make a single loaf, and that a small one. The citizens, seeing this, said to each other, "We have too little bread, and our companion eats a great deal. Wherefore we ought to have a plan to take away from him part of the loaf and eat it by ourselves alone." Accordingly, they proposed the following plan to him: to make and bake the loaf, and while it was being baked, to sleep, and whoever of them saw the most wonderful things in a dream should eat the loaf alone. These words they spake artfully, as they thought the rustic was too simple for inventions of the kind. They baked the loaf and baked it, and at length lay down to sleep. But the rustic, more crafty than they thought, whilst his companions were asleep, took the half-baked loaf, ate it up, and again lay down. One of the citizens, as if terrified out of his sleep, awoke and called his companion, who inquired, "What is the matter?" He said, "I have seen a wondrous vision, for it seemed to me that two angels opened the gates of paradise and let me within." Then his companion said to him, "This is a wondrous vision you have seen, but I deemed that two angels took me and, cleaving the earth, led me to the lower regions." The rustic heard all this and pretended to be asleep. But the citizens, being deceived, and wishing to deceive, called on him to awake. Whereupon the rustic cunningly cried out, as though terrified, "Who are they that called me?" Then they said, "We are your companions." "Have you returned already?" he exclaimed. To this they rejoined, "Where do we go that we should return?" Then the rustic said, "Now it seemed to me that two angels took one of you, opened the gates of heaven, and led him within. Then two others took the other, opened the earth, and took him to hell. Seeing this, I thought neither of you would return any more, so I rose and ate the loaf." Thank you once again for listening to this story. If you enjoyed this story, please press that like button. Also, please help an old storyteller out by subscribing to my channel. The next story will be posted in a few days, so until then, may your story continue to be a good one.